For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. These words from the prophet Jeremiah are a soothing balm for our souls. God has a plan for each of us, a plan filled with hope and a bright future. Remember this promise when life feels uncertain or when your prayers seem to go unanswered. God is working, even when we can't see it. We live in a world that craves instant gratification. We want everything now. This desire for immediate results can spill over into our spiritual lives. We pray for something, and we want to see it happen right away. When it doesn't, we might get discouraged. Impatience can lead to doubt. We might even start to question God's love or His plan for our lives. But God doesn't operate on our timetable. His ways are higher than our ways. What seems like a delay to us is often God working behind the scenes. He is preparing us. He is aligning circumstances. And He is always working for our good. Think of a gardener carefully tending to their plants. They water, they fertilize, and they patiently wait for the right time to harvest. God is like that gardener. He is nurturing our lives, helping us to grow, and preparing us for a beautiful harvest in His perfect timing. We must trust in His process. Abraham waited years for a son. Joseph endured betrayal and imprisonment before his promotion. God's timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to us. There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. This verse reminds us that God has a rhythm to His work. There is a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to embrace and a time to refrain. God's delays are not denials. Trust in His timing. Embrace the journey. The blessings that come from waiting on the Lord are always worth it. In the waiting, we grow. Patience is a virtue that God instills in us through the seasons of waiting. Just as a seed must wait in the dark soil before it sprouts, we too must trust in God's timing. The waiting period is not wasted. It is a time of preparation and growth. Embrace the wait, for it is in these moments that God is working the most in our lives. Remember, His timing is perfect, and His plans for us are good. Though it may seem challenging, know that every second in the waiting is molding us into stronger, more faithful individuals. Let your heart find peace in the assurance that the best is yet to come, guided by His divine timing and unfailing love. Reflect on the times when you felt God's timing was delayed. In hindsight, you can see how everything fell into place perfectly. God's delays are not His denials. They are His way of preparing us for the blessings ahead. Trust in His process, and you will see the beauty of His perfect timing unfold in your life. Keep faith, stay patient, and know that God is always on time. As we look back, we realize that those moments of waiting were crucial. They shaped our character, strengthened our faith, and prepared us for the blessings that were to come. Each delay was a lesson in patience and trust, teaching us to rely on His wisdom rather than our own understanding. So, let us embrace the journey with open hearts, knowing that every step, every pause is part of His divine plan. In the grand tapestry of life, every thread is woven with purpose, and every delay is a step closer to the fulfillment of His promises. Trust in His timing, for it is always perfect and always on time.